My bad, the phone locked, and I'm not gonna go back and edit that out. But yeah, so Dante felt like Hair Tornado was stepping on his content a little bit, and also was with the people that did not like him. In this resale community, like he said, it's just a bunch of groups. I need y'all to go watch his video so y'all understand that a little bit more. And once again, I'll tell you guys a little bit more of my run-in with these people after we get through some of these comments. But right now, let's jump off into Harry Tornado explaining himself in Dante's comments, which is interesting to say the least. So Hair Tornado comes through and he says, I don't know why I'm even responding to this, but here it is. When you started reselling, everyone's rooting for you. It was so cool to see someone that came from such a rough history being successful and rebuilding your life. You were the American success story, proving that no matter what you've been through, it's never too late to turn your life around. I gave you the GoPro and offered to help in any way I could because I, like everyone, wanted to see you succeed. I'm sorry if I made promises that weren't kept, although I don't remember anything like that. I was never bashing your content. I was just speaking my own mind about the bin stores. We had constant issues with fakes, eBay Veros, and Amazon Gating. I got 3 letters from companies, lawyers, after selling their stuff on Amazon that I found at the bin stores, even being ungated for that item. It was just constant headaches, and we just determined that it wasn't worth it anymore. I've never been paid to speak at an event. I've gotten free tickets to speak at Boss Seller Remix, and I spoke at the List Perfectly event, but no cash was offered. Anyway, sometime after all this is when you started to get involved in the drama. I don't have any specific incidents. It was just a constant issue of every time I watched a video or a live stream with you in it, you were going on and on about someone that didn't like you or how someone was racist or how everyone was out to get you, which wasn't true. Like I said, everyone was rooting for you to succeed, but after you got caught up in all that is when I started to back away. I don't want to be associated with drama, as it is not good for business. I had nothing against you personally, it just wasn't the right environment for me. Sometime after that, just before the second FlipCon we hosted, you made an Instagram story calling me racist because we didn't have any black speakers at the FlipCon. You literally called it a KKK rally. The funniest part was that we did have a black speaker, you just didn't bother to check the website to see who the speakers were. Obviously, this was infuriating. Boy, this boy wrote a whole novel, didn't he? He wrote the whole Harry Potter, all 5 books. You were essentially trying to defame my character by spreading absolute lies about me. Obviously, you knew you were wrong because you took the story down later that day. That was it for me, dude. You constantly play into the victim mentality, and I think you enjoy the increased attention that comes from making videos like this. Calling out people for what they did to you instead of realizing you did it all to yourself. You had and still have so much potential. Leave the drama alone and focus on your life. I wish you the best of luck. Now, I'm sorry if that wasn't the best reading because I did not know he wrote that much, even though I sat up here and did all the screenshots. But so what I have to say of that is that's the man defending himself. I don't know what's true and what's not, but let's go to the comments. Just so you know, you said a few keywords and told on yourself. I won't say what keywords you used, but I definitely believe what he said now. LOL. And then do I have Prison to Profit's response? Yes, I do. Yeah, I was the American underdog that you tried to act like you cared about. You had the video of giving me the GoPro. Go watch it. You literally talked about how you wanted to do something like a reseller university or some BS. Then you said you would help me, and I definitely reached out to you a bunch, and you was dry as H. Always making excuses. Even when I offered to come out of my way to learn, you literally have it recorded. Didn't you also run an entire FlipCon? Didn't people pay for that? You were a whole partner, so that's a lie. You remember I was recording in the bin stores when you told me no, right? So it's my fault? You acting like you wanted to mentor people in front of a camera, but behind the scenes you did nothing to really help me advance at that time. Yep, I did say it was a... they going in, bro. They going in. Yep. This is going to be his own video. Yep. I did say it was something like a KKK rally. Months with no minorities. Everyone was calling you fake because they knew why you gave me the GoPro. You saw the potential and wanted to look good. Like I said, I defended your sorry self for a long time. Then you did the funky line and the FlipCon that you got paid for. I don't need to defend your character. You've been doing that yourself. You came to my convention and you were standoffish. You didn't take any pictures. You didn't even sign a poster because you was too good. You're a fraud and a weirdo. Support your friends is a crock of crap. You support those pockets. This is gonna be his own video. I'm not taking the last out either. Funny how you say you were done with me, yet that happens after I start talking about who you really are. Like I said, you didn't have to make false promises. You definitely was bashing the bins, knowing who was the bin guy, and because you didn't know how to be successful in the bins. It's not a victim mentality. It's called calling you out on your fakeness. I'm so happy you did respond, because you definitely proved a hit dog will holler. That's how you know that boy from South Carolina. You should check the comments. I guess multiple people had victims mentality. You've been doing a lot of people wrong. You just don't mind getting called out on your BS. How come you stopped doing the flip cons? Oh yeah, barely breaking even. Good luck continuing to scam others and thinking you this Christian man. Shaking my head. No, 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 no. Don't try to defend yourself against someone with a victim's mentality. Come on now. Come on now. That was straight jokes. And as you see, I got a lot of screenshots, so we could be breaking this down, man. Go ahead, get in the comment box. Tell me what you think. I'm not even gonna drag this on anymore. That was enough. That was enough for one video. We're gonna make this a little serious, probably. So let me know what y'all think, and we'll be back in the next one. Peace.